action. We got 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 woo. We got action. We got action. We got woo. We got action. We got action. We got woo.
You are now tuned in to Intellectually Petty Radio. Hey, yo, Jobs. We got action, homie.
And you are now tuned into another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio, brought to you by M3S3 Clothing. Me and Make Moves and Suckers Stand Still. And as always, on the mighty Nerve DJs Radio Network. Man, this one right here, man, I keep telling y'all, we only rock with legends. And today is definitely no exception, man. We got the GOAT of Detroit indie movie making, author, movie maker, producer, owns a 40,000 square foot studio, owns a distribution network. I cannot possibly have enough adjectives for this king right here, man. Welcome, Dennis Reed, to the conversation. How you doing, King?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man. How's your family?
My family dope, man. We are healthy with no problems. You feel me?
It's a beautiful thing, man. Yo, so you've been in the game for what, about 13, 14 years, something like that?
More like 19 years.
Really?
Yeah, because I was doing books and then I was doing plays. So my first movie came out like 13 years ago.
Okay. All right. First book you wrote.
He said, she said.
Why? Why'd you write it?
It was like a bet between me and my homegirl. And she actually was one of the writers. We wrote it together, but I ended up having to finish it because she was doing her thing. So like we had started writing like the majority of it together, and then I had to write the last 30 pages or 20 pages or something like that. But it was funny because when I think about it, um, I didn't even know I liked to write so much. I used to write, but not like that. So it was like a good bet. God knew I needed it.
And that led to what was next?
Well, I wrote He Said, She Said. Then I wrote True Law by myself. And then I wrote another book with some authors. And then I wrote True Law 3. Then I wrote another book with some other authors. And then I started writing plays. And once I started writing plays, I'm like, so basically you do a 62, 63 page script, or you write a 220-page book. And the books I wrote were in pamphlets. Like I call people books pamphlets because it'd be literally, they books would be this. Like that would be how their books would be. And that would be like this would be a whole page. Um that would be like a whole page. So my books was like it's real books.
Right.
Like they're not pamphlets. So when I said I could do my stuff, like I could write less pages and make more money, I'm gonna do scripts from now on.
Okay, so the first book, was you in the streets at that time?
No, I had just got shot up. So um I got shot April 20th, 05. So I basically that was like the Jesus moment. 'Cause I was at the hospital. I was in the hospital for like 31 days. And I think that's when God was just like trying to break me from all the BS. So he was trying to take away certain things from me, like friends and people that I was dealing with. And then after that, it got kind of crazy because I went through like 3 years of bullshit, like of trying to, like, I think God was weaving out all the negative stuff from me. So it was like we gonna take everything away from you for you can't say that drug money gave you this. And it was just like, and it's funny because I don't really talk about this part so much, but everything was gone but the house. And you know how like you seem like you are getting where you want to be,
Yeah.
but you're not there yet.
Yeah. But you can see it.
But you can smell it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
You really don't see it, but you smell it. And it was just like when we sold the house that I had, um, and I remember giving my son mom her part of the check, and that was like the last anything that we had together. That was the last anything from drug money. That was the last everything. Only thing we got together now is the son. So I shouldn't say last anything we had together, but it was the last of anything related to us, right? And I think that's when First Lady went crazy. So when First Lady went crazy, we like, oh shit, we should have been sold this fucking house. Not me and her, me and my
Right.
cousin. So
I got
yeah,
what you're saying. All right. So, and your first movie was True Law, correct?
yeah, yeah.
No.
With Black Noah and Lee Master Spratling, Velda Hunter was in it. King Wesley was in it. Coke Horner was in it. We had some real stars that's right now in that movie. Like people that's really doing the damn thing right now. I had a lot of them in that movie.
Who taught you the game as far as movie making? Like, where did you get the okay? This is what I need to do. I need to hire, the sound guy, the boom mic, this person, this person. Like, where'd you get that from?
So when I first did my first movie, I was doing it with this guy named Randy Holiday Holloway. I can't think of his last name. It's hard. I know I'm saying it wrong, but he was like basically we had did True Law together at first, and it was like mishap shit happened because I didn't understand business, and I don't think he understood business at the same time. So that movie didn't play at the movie theater, and that really fucked me up because I was the person that paid for the whole movie.
Oh,
So then, Black Noah, I call him Fruit, y'all call him Black Noah. He was like, I want to introduce you to Al Prophet. So he had introduced me to a couple of people, but Al Prophet was the last one. So then when I met Al Prophet, he hired this guy named Blake, Blake, who he was the DP, and then it was a guy named shit, I can't even think of dude's name, but he was the sound guy, and then we had like lights. It was just like it was crazy. And when I did that, you know, I that's when I noticed who I was because I directed it, but I didn't direct it. So he got directing credit for doing the movie, but I literally was the one at the rehearsals, at the auditions, doing everything. Only thing he came on set and said it's cutting action. But I had already trained them to do everything like I was doing with the plays. And then that next movie I did, I was like, I'm not hiring no motherfucking director. I'm gonna do this shit myself. And I hired Blake and I hired the other guy who I cannot remember his name and it's bothering me. I hired him and then we hired a light guy. Blake hired a light guy. And I think me and Blake had did like shit. Blake stayed with me until we did First Lady 2. Like, so he had did Indictment, who was Jonathan Carter. He had did Indictment, who was Jonathan Carter. Then he did something else. And then we did a TV show. I had Ro do that. It was just like just every year we were just growing. So like a lot of people right now that's getting started, they 12 years behind me because I've been doing this shit for 12 years with movies and writing for damn near 19 years. So it's like, well, 13 years with movies. And then writing for 19 years. So it's like, everybody like, how I do so much. I'm like, how y'all not doing enough?
I feel you on that. And so I was watching I think it was the Kid L interview.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. That was a really dope interview, by the way. And he said you said you figured it out with First Lady. What were your top 3 takeaways for success that you learned from First Lady?
First, just getting it done. Like you got to get the shit done. Then have a good, you got to build your team, and then lastly, you know, and let's just say this. So when you say three things, you- it's always four. Then if it's three, because God gonna have to be there number one,
Okay.
and then it's literally getting it done, then building your team, and then literally just the marketing aspect. And I don't even think I was good at marketing, like right, like at that time. That just was what it was.
Speaking of marketing, I saw the mark. Well, actually, I had the cast. Well, about 4 or 5 of them from Crush,
Okay.
and the marketing run they did was just impeccable. Who who have you learned the most from as far as marketing goes?
Um. Well, probably Moolah. Moolah markets really well. Moolah does a very good job at marketing.
Yeah, the whole team would be
Um.
on board with their marketing.
Yeah, I really love how they do. Like, I don't know if you ever met T, but he dope with the whole marketing aspect of everything. Um. That it's just T. Like, and then just now we have a marketing team here, like Camille and Naja does a lot here for our marketing. Um, it just now we just hire the people now because we got a little bit of money. So we try to hire people that can help us do better with it.
Man, you got to be the most humble motherfucker I've been come across in this shit because you are killing the game, bro.
I don't think I'm killing the game. I
Really?
think no, I'm not. Because when I think about Hollywood, they make hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm not making hundreds of millions of dollars. you know, and until I make $1 billion, it's like I'm still working. Even when I make $1 billion, then I want five. And that's just the bottom line. I understand that all this shit could be taken away tomorrow. You know what I mean? You hot today, you could be cold tomorrow. The best thing about doing movies is that you could do this shit until you're 100. You know what I mean? You could write and direct until you're 100, and it's cool. you know, as long as you have the right actors and the right team. And I'm just blessed to have like probably one of the best teams in America.
I know one thing that seems to set you apart was, it's a lot of people doing the movie aspect, but I don't know too many that have their own distribution or their own studio. Intentional from the beginning or something you learned along the way?
One more time with the question.
I said, what separates you from what I've seen is the longevity game as far as the distribution with Homestead and having your own studio. Was that intentional from the beginning, or was that a goal that you picked up along the way?
I knew that I wanted to have a studio. I knew that I wanted to have distribution. Um, I didn't know that I wanted to distribute for other people. I thought I just wanted to be a direct to Netflix or whoever I was gonna be with, Tubi or whoever I was gonna be with. I didn't want to have to go through a middleman. Studio, I knew I wanted that for probably like the last 8 9 years. It's like when you look at Tyler Perry, you just think about the shit that he do. The reason why I love what he do so much is because he really he's not thinking basic. He thinking longevity.
Yeah.
He not thinking that I gotta have everybody in America fucking with me. I just need my small circle of people that's fucking with me. And that, I just knew like I gotta be able to film in this motherfucker 24 hours if I have to. And then if I could have my whole city here filming too, then that's gonna be even better. Cause the goal is to buy the whole building that we in right now. We don't just want the floor, we want the whole building. Cause I want to make this bigger than Lionsgate. I want to make this bigger than Warner Brothers. You know, and it's not just me. I need people like even Moolah to come over here and film his series, and BZ and Janaea Black is over here a lot, her and Rocky Black, you know, but I want the whole city to be here filming, just like I want the whole everybody in Michigan to be here filming, like I want the whole people in the Midwest to be here filming. You know, those are the goals that we have, you know, because I want to make this place so filming friendly that everybody's able to come and knock out their shit really quick and then just keep on doing as much as they can. You know, the best part about having this place is that we literally get stuff done faster because we don't have to go to 1,000 locations. We got everything here.
I see you got a podcast going on. Are you, do you have more than one? Like if I want to come film there, what I need to do?
If you want to come film here, just come. You set up the meeting with VK and pick where you want to film at, man. That's basically what we doing. We about to do Tom Hopkins 1701. That's gonna be amazing.
Yeah,
You
Ty
know,
Hopkins is so dope.
man, Ty is like he's like he's like that uncle that you need in your life because he always gonna make you feel better than what you feel before you walk in the room. You know, it's like it's people like him and Spud that make you feel like, yo, like you could be having a bad day. And them two, Spud, man, Spud, who's the dopest to me, they just like, yo, man, like you can have no money in your pocket. Spud gonna be like, what's up, millionaire Dennis? And you be like, yo, how can I not be great? Like he say, no, you may not have it today, but you know it's coming. You know it's there. You know, and it's funny because I was just telling somebody a minute ago. You know, I remember when I used to say I want this amount of money, and then that amount of money wasn't enough money. You know, so that's why you have to dream so big that your dream should not say how much money you want. Your dream should be, I don't ever want a money problem ever again. Like I
Yeah.
want to be able to do everything I need to do because you know the more stuff you have, the more it costs. You know, and that's a good thing. And two, it's a bad thing, and you just got to keep on doing what you got to do to make shit happen.
I mean, the successful people are addicted to the hustle.
Hmm.
You know, even in the streets, like I done told people, like the streets, the ones that's really getting it, they be like, you should stop. They can't stop because they're addicted to the hustle. It got really nothing to do with the shit they buy or the people they met. It's the ongoing hustle. And if you can translate that to something legal, ain't no
Yeah.
stopping you.
Every drug dealer that runs a successful drug company can run for a mother company. It's that simple.
You think
If
so?
man, you don't think Big Meech can run forward?
I think
You
that
don't think Tank can run forward?
I think that the one difference is that violence is an acceptable practice in the
Nah,
streets.
nope. It ain't no difference because they more violent in the boardroom. You know how they cut you off? They cut your water off by spreading lies on you and fucking you up. So they smile in your face and tell you everything is great. And then next thing you know, you don't have a job and your family is fucked up and you committing suicide. What's the difference?
Fair point right there.
Like, at least in the streets, you at least know a motherfucker don't like you most of the time. In the boardroom, they know how to play the game. They know how to smile so good that you don't even know who it come from, bro. So no.
Well, let me ask you this about your shooting then. Was that a just from your standpoint a justifiable street shooting or
Fuck
fucked up
no.
shit?
It was fucked up shit. He was family.
Oh,
Like it was my fucking daughter uncle. He was family. And how you trying to rob somebody that's trying to help you? You know, and then you shoot me 6 times and you literally look at me and act like it wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? And the reason why it's even more fucked up to me is because fuck me, like you trying to kill your niece father. You know, you literally put a gun in my face and pull the trigger, and God made sure one of more bullets in there. You know, and that's the rat shit. You
Yeah.
know, like how can you do that? You know, like that's why I hate this whole street mentality shit about who snitching and who this and who that. A rat ain't just a person that fucking tell on you. A rat is somebody that try to kill you and you supposed to be their family. You know, how can you do somebody like that? You know, and it be unjustifiable. Like that's the difference between a lot of West Side dudes and a lot of East Side dudes. Like if you ever notice something about East Side dudes and guys from other places, they literally be having friends all their life. Them cats on the East Side, they literally be sandbox to the graveyard, like literally. And
I
then
can't.
be
I
them,
can't even. You know what? You ain't lying about that. Niggas on the West
yeah,
Side, and I'm a
they
West
just
Sider,
different.
born and raised.
They just
The bag
different,
is
man.
more important than the bond.
Yeah, and that's sad because if everybody is concentrating on the bad, the bond is. If everybody concentrating on the bond, the bag is so crazy. You know, it's like it's like your circle of success. Dame Dash said this shit all the time. If you and your mans is making money, if one of y'all fall, the other pick the other one up. It ain't no hate shit.
Yeah.
Like you have to think different, man. Like I don't respect people that don't do that. You know,
You always been like that, or there's just something that you caught on along the way.
I don't have no real friends, bro. My mama had 5 kids, and those was my fucking friends. You know, and then I got some people that I'm cool with, but like in real life, you know, my mama used to be like, I had my brother. She'd be like, yo, you don't need no friends. You got your siblings. You got four motherfuckers that look like you. You know, and it's sad. But after I got shot, that's how I just started thinking. Like, normally when you see me in my car, I'm by myself.
You
Like,
know, that's crazy. I'm talking to one of my daughters the other day, and we kind of, me and my ex, kind of like raised them the same way. Like your family comes 1,000 steps before everybody else. And her concern was, well, I wasn't social enough because y'all made family such a priority. And I don't think she's never had the experience that you had to really understand. Because you got to go through some shit to really understand like who really riding with you and who ain't.
yeah, like I think about my sons. Like, I got two sons and a daughter, and my son would be sleeping in the fucking car. Like, he's in a brand new car, a nice car. He sleep in the car. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, why are you sleeping in the car? He don't know that's how niggas get killed. It's like you don't do that. It's like take your ass in the building and go to sleep. You got keys. You know, it be shit like that that people don't really get. Like these kids now just don't get life. Like it's sad. Like I don't go to funerals unless you are like really, really, really close to me. You got to be really, really close to me for me to come to your funeral. I ain't coming to your mama funeral. I, like the last funeral I went to was this kid that it was like family. But and if he was grown, if he was 30, I probably would have went to his funeral. But he was a kid.
Yeah.
Me saying that, I look at these people that are doing drugs right now. You popping pills, dying off it and all. You taking these street drugs, dying off of them. Everybody saying how sad they are for you and this and the other. And I'm asking myself, like, I understand kids that may be taking a pill that don't know. But when you a grown ass adult, why are you doing this shit? You know, it's like our world is just fucked up, bro. You
Do you
know?
think that entertainment plays any role in that?
Yeah, it does. Entertainment is life. The things that we like the most is the things that's closest to life. You know, like you look at these men that's not men no more. Like we got men that want to wear purses and dresses.
Oh, don't get me started on that
Like,
shit, bruh.
and the thing is, like, I'm a firm believer in you. If you gay, be gay. I don't care about that shit. I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care what you do. That's none of my business, right? But what's wrong with just being a man though? What's wrong with like I have a rule with my movies. Like if you gay, if I have a gay role in my movie, it's gonna
Hmm.
be played by a gay guy. That's a rule for
I
me.
feel you on that.
You know, it's like I have these rules that everybody don't have to live by them or nothing. But I'm not about to give a straight guy a gay guy role. That's his role. Let him have it. You know, and if he play a straight role, that's cool too. Cause I don't care about that. But let people be who they gonna be. But you always gotta remember you're a man, bro. Like you don't have to wear dresses and think that shit cool and wear makeup and nail polish. Like, let women be women. Let them have their identity. You know, like,
Yeah.
why do they have to compete with you? That's not cool, man.
You ever made a trash movie?
Yeah, I made one trash movie. Um, it was called Indictment. It never came out. Indictment Who is Jonathan Carter came out. Indictment never came out. We seen it at the movie theater when we did the premiere, and I'll never forget. Like this exact the son I was just telling you about that be sleeping in the fucking car. He don't sleep in the car no more. 'Cause I told him if he sleep in the car again, I'm taking his car. But I would never forget this fucking premiere. We had this premiere, and the movie playing, and who did I ain't even tell you who edited the movie. And I didn't watch the movie because I just didn't have time. This one I was on bullshit doing movies. And this was the second movie I ever done.
Hmm.
And the motherfucker, bro, was trash. It was a boom mic here. It was it was just bullshit. It was straight bullshit. And I never forget walking out the movie theater and everybody like, oh, the movie was dope. Dog, you the next Tyler Perry. My mom was like, the movie's so good, baby. I'm like, the whole bullshit. And we get in the car. My son was like, did you even watch that? And I'm like, what? And I knew the movie was trash because I was mad. He was like, the movie, like, you do know our name is on this.
Yo.
We ain't put that movie out. We refilmed the whole movie. We spent $100,000 on refilming the whole movie, and the new movie came out and did well. So, you know, we really killed it. We put Jennifer Williams in there. We got Benzino in there. You know, that movie ended up being really really good because we refilmed the whole fucking thing. So really, I did 35 movies to study 34.
Yo, but shout out to your son and being honest.
Yeah, he honest unless it's coming to him. So
Ain't that normal
yeah,
though?
that's all of us, right? That's all of us.
Yo, your favorite movie that you did?
My favorite movie was probably um probably is He Said She Said. I think it was probably He Said She Said. Out of the ones I've written, my favorite that I didn't write probably was I have like and this is about to sound so like I'm doing a plug, but I'm not. The last few movies I have done, I really enjoy doing them. But my favorite movie really probably was He Said She Said, and I think and really it's because of China, it's because of Velda, and it's because of Lee. You know, it was like we had the band back together, all of us in one movie, and it was like doing the play all over again. And I'm with my brother and my two sisters, and you know, I think just having everybody there and just having a good time, man, it was just like everything for me.
Favorite movie that you had absolutely nothing to do with.
From Detroit or all time?
Period.
My all time favorite movie is The Godfather. Everybody know that.
Which one? All of them?
I have watched all of them probably together, probably about 200 times.
Jesus Christ. Although two was a standout for me.
Two was dope, but one told the story. One told the story. One made me fall in love. One made me want to write I Declare War. One made me want to write the St. Clairs. That's what that did for me. Like I need a I need a I need a I need a series to be better than that.
I give you $100 million to shoot a film, but it has to be about somebody. Who would it be?
Jesus, bro. Um, Probably Jesus. I mean, the Passion of Christ went crazy, right?
It
but
did, but it kind of ruined old boy career.
no, I ain't ruin his career. He rich.
Well, he
Um,
rich, but
if
what
I
has he
had
done
to,
since?
if I had to literally do a movie with $100 million off anybody, it would probably be my mother. Yeah, it would probably be my mother. And you want to know the truth though? It wouldn't even cost $100 million because if she was alive, she'd be like, "You're not spending no $100 million. We gonna show these people how we make a million look like 100 million or 10 million like 100 million." But it would be dope because if you just knew how amazing she was and like she had 5 kids and one got murdered, and then you literally have another 4 kids that are, I won't say all super successful, but they are all doing well. Like they all are doing their thing. They all are, they living a decent life. You know what I mean? But her life, my mom' life was kind of crazy. Her mom died when she was either 6 weeks or 6 months old. So she never had a mom, and just the stories that she had just being, a Jamaican Panamanian lady living in New York, bringing 5 kids to Detroit and raising them and trying to help them find their way. Like she's like the story of so many other women, you know. Like my mother like put confidence in me that that no one else could do. Like I never gave a fuck if you had more money than me. I just knew I was gonna be able to make the money I had a little better than what you ever could have. That was my attitude, you know.
How long has she been gone?
I don't even know, bro. That's kind of fucked up because it's like I
It's
take it
not
away.
though.
So I know, and it's funny because we go by nines. Like my brother' birthday was 9/18. He got killed 9/18. My mama' birthday was 1/18. She died 2/9. So she died February 9th. You know, so I always got nines in my mind. I think she been dead for like 6 years. I think. I could look because it's on my phone, but I think it was like 6 years.
Because my mother passed away in 2020.
Yeah.
Actually, this month, May the 17th. And I
Right.
worked that day. And like the week before, I'm dreading it. I'm like, damn, this is, I don't even want to see this day. And then I got at work and I completely had forgotten until I saw something that my brother posted. And then I felt bad that I had forgotten it was that day.
Yeah.
So I think forgetting is part of the healing.
So she died. My mom died 16. So what's that? This is 24.
Yeah. So that's eight
Yeah.
years.
8 years, and it's like damn.
Damn, something happened and everything went. But you must have got a call or something because everything went black. And I do apologize for my neighbor. Just for whatever reason picks Thursdays to cut his grass, and you can hear this shit. So my apologies if you can hear this goofball next door. And hopefully he Dennis will be back in with us where we can see him in a second.
My bad. I don't know what happened.
You must have got a phone call.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I don't know how to really work these phones.
Well, you know what it is
But yeah, it was 16.
when you get a phone call, it automatically just blanks out.
That's stupid.
Yeah. Well, you know.
It should send everybody the voicemail.
And I do. I was telling people, man, I apologize. My neighbor decides to cut his grass every Thursday during my show. Um, but this nigga is like 8,000 years old, and he thinks he's Elvis. So ain't no talking to him about the shit.
It's all good. It's all good.
Do you think that Cannes Film Festival is important at all to Detroit indie movie making?
I want to go to Cairns. I never been there. I only been to I went to ABFF and I went to Sundance, and neither one of them taught me shit. I did like Sundance though,
Okay.
but none of them taught me anything because if you not talk about independent shit, that's so funny. If you're not talking about independent shit, people not gonna really get it. Most people not doing studio movies. Most people are doing independent movies. And when you go to them film festivals, you're not learning anything for real. So
Ain't that the point of Sundance? Is to highlight the indie movies and
oh,
teach you something?
yeah, but their independent movies are millions and millions of dollars.
They're not even indie no more.
Well, it's indie to them,
It's
you
faux
know.
indie.
It's
Why
it's
why
indie to
haven't you
them.
been to Cannes though? Choice?
I told myself I was gonna go. Um, I just got my passport a few years ago. Um, I told myself I was gonna go. I'll be filming during the cans normally. I need to like last year we took off for ABFF and we also took off for Sundance this year. I plan on going though. That's like something I plan on doing.
What was the black representation like at Sundance?
It was cool. They got this thing called Black House that's really dope. I had a good time, but I didn't really learn shit. It's like I just listened to a bunch of industry motherfuckers talking industry shit and they not making more money than me. So it's like I get mad when I hear about people saying, "Okay, we gonna do we gonna do a movie, and we're gonna put this movie out, and we're gonna spend an ungodly amount of money because we're gonna pay all these people all this money. So now you paying a director 60, $70,000. You paying an editor fucking $100,000. You paying all this stuff, and that's not our real world. Like in Detroit, we not doing that. We making more money than a lot of people. We're not doing that, you know. So, I'm gonna do another film festival probably next year. I may do one at the end of the year. I don't know because I know what this shit is, and I know how to make people more money, and I know how to get people to the bag. I know how to do that shit. You
So
know.
why don't you do your own then?
Well, we did Biffa last year. I did it with Darren Brown, and it was cool. But I really need to do my own, and
Yeah.
that's being real. That may be something that I need to do. I need to tap into because I know that that shit would be dope, and I know how to run it. I could do it right here at home at DR2, like for real.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Because when and I interviewed Kamal, I interviewed Thomas L. Harris, and several other people in the Detroit scene, and like it's you and Moolah.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's no
It's more though.
disrespect to
It,
Darren
it it's
Brown or
it's a
anybody
lot.
else.
It's a lot of other people too. Cause Detroit ain't just. It used to be me and Moolah for real. Now we have some dogs out here that's doing really good, and I ain't gonna really say no names, but it's like it's at the point that I just stay in my lane. I know what I'm doing. I don't even really give a fuck about what nobody else is doing anymore. You know, it's like you can help the world, but they always gonna find a reason to be mad at shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm at that point now. Like I ain't really been kicking it with too many people that just really not at DR2. Like if you ain't at DR2, I ain't really focused on you no more. I'm focused on everybody here because I'm trying to make all of them rich.
How do you decide which movie to green light? Like somebody, like I remember you talking about KDZ directing the movie, and it was his first movie, and he wrote it in 2 weeks and directed it. How do you decide to green light somebody that ain't never done shit?
We read it.
That's it.
Yeah, we like it. We do it.
Okay, so do you putting your bread up? How
Hmm.
do you say, okay, go ahead, KDZ, direct this?
DZ a beast. DZ only problem is DZ don't understand the he don't understand that everything is not gonna make $1 million right away. You have to do multiple movies to make a lot of money. He really didn't understand that because it just he didn't. But DZ is one of the most creative people ever. He's he's a beast. I the things I don't like that DZ do is brother shit. Like
Yeah.
I want DZ to focus on movies and music. DZ got to focus on being a father and you know taking care of his kids, and I get it. And but I'm like, bro, if you focus on movies and music, you gonna be able to take care of everybody, you know. But that's me and my brother arguments, like you know, and the reason why I think that I'm okay at this shit, cause I sacrifice a lot. Like people will be like, yeah, I would love to date Dennis. No, the fuck you won't. Like you don't want to these issues, or I love to be Dennis kid. No, the fuck you don't. You don't want these issues. You know, like I'm literally coming to your game and running right out. I'm not able to just sit there and kick it with you, or I'm not able to do the things that people want. It's hard to be with somebody that focuses on making movies and making people money and doing as much as you can
Yeah.
because you know at the end of the day, this is for y'all, you know,
Is
at
it
the end of
though?
the
I'm just
day,
curious. Like, is that, or is that a justification that people, and I'm guilty of this too. I'm not saying it's just you, but success for one is a very selfish endeavor. And sometimes we say it's for everybody, when in actuality we convince ourselves it's for everybody when it's really for us, and they get to get some
nah,
of the spoils.
no, it ain't for us because at the end of the day, I do this shit for them. Like the reason why I do what I think God brought me here literally to make a group of people better,
Okay.
you know, and I'm not perfect, would never say I am perfect, but the one thing that I'm trying to do and one thing that I will do, I will make the people around me better. I'm gonna make them some money. I'm gonna make them happy. And like my son, he work up here. He got to do a movie. Like everybody has to do a fucking movie, you know. And that's just the bottom line. Like I don't know no other way to say it, you know. And it's like I'm at that point right now in my life that I can't slow down because I'm right there. Now I know I feel like I'm right there. Now I know that everybody wants to deal with me. Every network want to deal with me. So now I got to go even harder. So I just did Street Legal Detroit second season. Now I'm doing Street Legal South. You know, I have to. I literally have to put my foot all the way on the gas right now.
What's a no for you?
What you mean?
To professionally, what's a no? Somebody come to you with something, they got a proposal, and it's unequivocal. No, I'm not doing that movie.
Um, I'm I won't do no movie like I won't do like a movie like about Lil Larry, the person that killed Blade. I won't do a movie on shit like that. Like those are no's. Like I won't ever do anything that that fucked up one of our icons in Detroit, and I don't give a fuck which one it is. So, like, I don't want to tell those kind of stories. I'm really trying to get away from the street stories. I want to start doing more drama, more love, more comedy, stuff like that. Um, those are my no's for real. Like, I want to put out great movies. I
Mhm.
want to put out movies that my auntie could be proud of. You know, like I have an aunt in Mississippi and another aunt in New York. Like I want to put out movies that them two could watch and not be doing this all day. You know,
I feel
um,
you.
even with the cussing in our stuff, like I'm trying to get away from that because I'm learning that I could talk more. I could write better than that, you know. And when you first start, you don't think like that because you want to shop factor, and that's dope. And I'm not telling nobody not to do it. You always you this is stuff that you're gonna grow into as a writer. You're gonna grow into as a filmmaker. You're gonna grow into just being doper. Yeah, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with cussing in movies, nothing like that, right?
Hmm.
But you would start saying, I shouldn't have said that, you know, like even the nigga word, I say nigga all the time, right? Not all the time. I'm saying much, but do you know how much I cringe when I'm in an audience full of white people and they're saying nigga, 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 nigga? So just a lot of stuff like that. But my nose is just a movies of that jeopardize people that the world loved or the city loved or the state loved. You know.
But would you do a Blade movie?
Um, nah, that's for his son to do. I think that's his son back. His son deserve that. His brother deserve that. You know that. You know would I help? Yeah, I help. But that's not something that Dennis Reed want to do. I want them to. I just think like Malcolm X's family should have been the one that made the Malcolm X movie, for they could have made a whole lot of money off of it.
Or at least they should have been, made executive producer or whoever splits
Yeah,
the bag.
just for them to make a lot of money. Like if I
Yeah.
did a movie about Blade or Wipeout or any icon from Detroit, even the drug dealers like Maserati Rick or any of them people, if I did something like that, I would want to do it for their family to make some money. Just for that. Like, do you know how hard it is for those men that died or women that died for their kids not to have them? Like
Yeah.
everybody's saying, "Oh, your daddy was this and your daddy was that." Even the ones that's in jail,
Yeah.
like
It ain't easy.
it's not easy for them kids, and they need to be able to have all the money and be able to go to college and live a dope life. That shit hard, man.
Yo,
You
I
know,
interviewed Maserati Rick's son, and yeah, bruh, like,
and you see how he is. Like nothing against him, but he's fucked up because he didn't have that dad,
yeah,
man. Like when you don't have your father or your mother, man, that's a fucked up thing. The world know them as being this, and you don't give a fuck about what the world know. You just wish that your daddy and your mama was there.
but it actually it's like doubly worse because not only do you not have your father, but you got this shadow that your father created,
Yeah,
and people expect you to be a certain type of way.
yeah. You have to think about Lil Blade. I mean, Lil Meech, right? His daddy is probably gonna go down as one of the best drug dealers ever. Definitely to a
Definitely
lot of
top
people.
3 or 4.
Yeah, right. And definitely probably they're gonna say he's probably one of the flyest, right? Do you get how hard it is for him just to walk down the street and just be Lil Meech? Like LeBron James' son. Do you know how hard it is to be LeBron James' son?
I can't even imagine.
Man, these kids, and then in this social media. era.
Yeah,
Man, these
crazy.
kids got so much shit. Man, I be praying for them so much. Like when I seen that he was playing his father, I don't know his father, never met his father. I was happy that he was at least able to get a check the right way from something his father created. That's how I think, bro. Like I'm thinking like how can these young guys and they sisters and they moms and they families make money off them and not everybody else making money off them? That's the shit that's important.
That I'm on both sides of the fence with that one because I think that playing him like had I not seen him in BMF, I would not have recognized him walking down the street personally. But I think that there's a lot of us that would not have known who he was. And now you put yourself out there.
More people knew who he was than you think.
You
Like
think so?
you probably didn't know, but
Well, I'm an
hell
old
yeah.
fat nigga in my basement, so I don't know
That's
much of
that's what I'm
anybody.
saying, man. Yeah, yeah. That everybody knew who. Yeah, they knew who he was.
Although, just totally well, I don't know if it's off topic, but if you're gonna do one dope movie about drug dealer, young boys,
No,
and I
I'll do it about my family. It'll be a New York story.
really,
Yeah, I would do it about my family because at least I know them,
oh my
and I
god,
and I and I know where they were, and I know the bads that they made, and it's not no exaggerations with them. Like I know, like those are the stories that I grew up on. Like everybody that know me know, like I never wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a fucking drug dealer. That was my goal for going to college. How can I be a better drug dealer? Like and I thought that the way that they did that operation was so dope, you know, and that just being real, that's how I thought. I'm so glad God delivered me from that, because we always think like it's so fucked up that we don't have doctors and lawyers in our neighborhood. We don't have accountants and shit in our neighborhood that's teaching these kids other ways to make money. The only thing we knew was the big drug dealers that walking in the store with all the money, with the girl with the fattest ass, nicest car outside. That's all we fucking knew as young black men in our neighborhoods, and that's what we wanted to be.
what?
We wanted to be
That,
just like them.
that ain't true. Like I mean, I don't know what neighborhood you grew up in, but I was on 7 Mile in Southfield,
And
and
I
we
lived
had
on Asbury Park in Southfield
and
and
we
Pembroke.
and we had those. We just didn't listen to them niggas
Okay, hold on. What street you grew up on?
on Rosemont.
Okay, you grew up on Rosemont. I was on Asbury Park, right?
Yeah, yeah,
What?
that's
No,
five,
hold
not even
on.
5 minutes.
Wait. Now listen, right? What doctor lived on your street?
It wasn't a doctor that lived on my street, but
Okay, hold
my
on.
best
Wait,
friend
wait,
father right
wait,
around the block was a
wait.
vice president at the bank.
Hold. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, so peep this out, right?
Uh-huh.
You lived on Rosemont. I lived on Asbury Park. In real life, you seen one president of the bank.
My mother was a nurse.
Okay,
Like everybody that
keep keep
that
keep coming. The
in our little
majority of the
neighborhood,
people,
most of the people in our neighborhood had two-parent households.
not on Asbury Park.
Yeah. I can't speak to that, but I can tell you
That's what I'm
about.
saying.
Yeah, I can tell you
Like
about
my
from the
aunt.
other side of Southfield. Yeah.
No, like my aunt on the other, for example, my cousin Sean, he lived, where what's that supermarket right there on 8 Mile in your neighborhood? Food Land? Food Land?
I can't remember the
Food
name of
Land.
it.
It's
It's been
Food
a
Land.
yeah,
I
it's been
think
a
it's
minute.
Food Land, right? My aunt and my mom lived a mile away from each other. I went to Henry Ford, my cousin went to Brother Rice.
Wait a minute, when did you graduate?
94.
Because I graduated in '89. I went to Ford too.
So my cousin graduated a year before you, Alethea Milner,
Okay.
right? So I went to Ford. He went to Brother Rice. He had a two-parent home. I didn't. His father was an engineer. My father wasn't. I ain't saying that you didn't see all that dope shit. I'm happy that you did. I seen different shit.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be like them.
Yeah.
And the best part about it is I feel like God gave, like, everything that ever happened to me was meant to happen. It's already written.
Yeah, I believe that.
You know, so the life that I live now is to try to let other kids know that you don't have to be a fucking basketball player. You don't have to be a rapper, and there's nothing wrong with being a rapper. There's nothing wrong with being a basketball player. There's nothing wrong with being anything great, anything positive. But you can be a writer. You can be a director. You don't have to go to school for it, but if you do, dope as fuck. Let me help you get there. Like that's where my mind at now. Like my mind is saying, okay, I want to sell drugs. Well, let me show these kids how this movie shit could be a drug.
Yo,
Package it up like it's a fucking drug and sell it shit.
that's so fucking dope, though, bro.
You
Yo,
know,
did you have Teresa Carroll for English?
Miss Carol,
Yes,
the one that used to you had to write with the pen one color all the
yes,
time.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh my god, like
she was
that.
cute too.
My favorite, like that's the one person in my educational life that understood me and encouraged me to be the best version of myself. I can never, I never forget her and Chicken Wing. Chicken Wing was such an asshole.
But 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 the thing was though, was he really an asshole or was he somebody that was just doing his job?
Apparently,
Like,
he was stealing too.
well, later, but let's keep it real though.
Okay,
Did you enjoy Ford while you was there?
absolutely,
We had some of the dopest people at Henry Ford,
we
bro.
did.
Miss Spite,
Yes,
like I love her to this day. I love her. Coach Was, all of them, bro. We had dope people.
yeah.
Forward ran really good, bro. Officer French,
For a
Officer
long ass
Basket
time,
was the dope
Officer
ass
French
people.
was wild, but he was cool as fuck.
Cool, bro.
Like I
So
remember when we got metal detectors at Ford.
right. So when I say that, bro, and I don't remember because I don't think they was there when I was there. Like they came while I was there. So they probably had them a second while you was there, but they came for real when I was there. And I love going to my school.
Yeah,
I ain't feel danger when I went there. I love that, bro. Like these kids now don't even get how great school is, man. They don't like the pandemic fucked our kids up. So many things fucking our kids up, bro.
yeah.
So yeah.
I agree with you. I think the most important part though, it's not you, but a lot of us that have gone on to do decent things or be good people and good parents aren't reaching back. And that's and I'm looking in the mirror to say that. You know,
Yeah.
so and we spend a lot of time criticizing the generation that we raised.
Yep. And that's bad.
Yeah, you know, that's showing them no accountability. You
Yeah,
know,
and that's sad.
what you got coming up next, movie wise?
We just dropped Mother May I. We just dropped Don't Look Bad. We just dropped Obsession. Um, we have like another we have like another we about to drop what Friend or Foe, Loyalty Over Trust, and Last Date. Those are the next ones we about to drop. And then right after that we'll be dropping all the street legals.
Yo, if I need, cause if we need somebody, a cameraman to record some shit on site somewhere, you guys, I'm sure you guys offer that too, right?
Yeah, we got a team to do whatever.
Okay, yeah, we definitely will have to talk, bro. This has been a phenomenal conversation, man.
Thank you, man.
I can't thank you enough, bro. This
I
is,
appreciate you. Thank you so much.
well, I've been on read ahead about this one. Like, come on, man, we got to get him on. Like, what the fuck?
Well,
It's
I'm
the
here.
goat, you
I'm
know.
not that yet. I'm still striving to be that.
Well, you may not accept it, but there's a lot of people putting you in that position, bro.
Well, I don't want to let them down.
I don't foresee that coming. Yo, one more thing. If people want to act in the movies, they want to submit a script, anything like that, how they go about doing that?
If you trying to act, you got to come to the boot camp. So we do a boot camp twice a year. The last one right now for adults is June 21st and the 23rd through the 23rd. We pick from there because we teach people what we want. And you have to be around us. You got to be with us to give us a script. We only take script from our team.
Understood. On that note, man, I know you got a lot of shit to do, man. You're a hell of a busy man. Again, thank you for the opportunity. Sorry about the lawnmower, dude. I'm gonna have to go
Bro,
just
good.
really go punch this nigga. I appreciate you, bro. If there's, I don't know if there's anything I could possibly do for you, but if there is, let me know and I got you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
No doubt, man. You have a good one.
Love you too.
Yo, man. Dennis fucking Reed. It doesn't it doesn't get much better than that, man. I gotta thank him again for the opportunity. And I'm just looking, I gotta check and see who we got. We got King Moore coming on next week and Felix the Don. I'm getting ready to go cook something. I'm hungry. We don't have a 7 o'clock show today, but I want to thank y'all for tuning in. And if you have not liked, subscribed, or shared the show, please do so. I would greatly appreciate it. And again, shout out to Rita, the best manager on the planet. I can't possibly thank her enough. On that note, we out. I'll see y'all next week at 7 o'clock. Next week at 5 o'clock with King Moore and Felix the Don at 7 o'clock. On that note, I'm out.